Good morning. This is going to be a quick little walkthrough of normal Maelstrom Arena on a Magicka Necro. Before we get started, let's go over our bar setup. So your front bar is going to look like this, and there's lots of different ways that you could set this up. This is just going to be how I'm going to run this. Your first ability is going to be from Mage's Guild. You want to slot Inner Light. If you don't have that morph, Mage Light is fine. It's really there for the Major Prophecy. Second skill you're going to have is from Grave Lord. We're going to go with Mystic Siphon. Does a good bit of shock damage and restores Magicka, but also just for having it slotted, your damage done is increased by 3%. Skill 3 is your spammable. Normally I run Ricochet Skull, but there's a lot of times in here where you're going to need to interrupt certain enemies. So I know that Crushing Shock doesn't do as much damage, but you really need to have that ranged interrupt, so we're just going to put Crushing Shock in there. Next skill is going to be your Blast Bones. Hits like a truck and creates a corpse for use. And then also you want to have Necrotic Potency. Generates ultimate and heals you per corpse, and then also while slotted your damage taken is reduced by 3%. Your back bar setup, we're going to have Bone Armor. Either morph is good, either Summoners or Beckoning. I prefer Summoners because it reduces the cost of your Blast Bones by 15% and also creates a corpse when the effect ends. Second skill, and this is probably going to be our main burst healing skill, it's going to be Hungry Scythe. You heal for the initial enemy and an additional amount for each other enemy hit up to 5 times. And then it also ticks a small heal over time over 5 seconds. So it's a very powerful healing skill, and it also does a little bit of damage. Your next 2 skills are your key skills on your back bar. From the Destruction Staff line, you're going to have Unstable Wall of Elements. And then from Grave Lord, you want Unnerving Boneyard. Unnerving Boneyard is an important skill because not only does it do a massive amount of damage, but it also applies Major Breach to any enemies inside, which shreds away 6,000 armor. So it's a very strong skill to keep under bosses. This skill right here is normally a flex spot, but it's good to have a burst heal on your bar. So we're just going to go with a very simple Resistant Flesh. The other Resistant Flesh is a lot stronger for solo play because it grants you physical and spell resist equal to half the amount healed. And that spell resist and physical resist stacks on top of the major resolve you get from your bone armor. As for your ultimates, your front bar is going to be your Colossus. Either morph is fine, it does not matter. They both apply major vulnerability. The only difference is Pestilent does disease damage and Colossus or Glacial does frost damage. Glacial also stuns enemies for 4 seconds on the final hit, so either morph is fine. Your back bar ultimate is your oh shit I'm in trouble ultimate. Go with your Ravenous Goliath ult. You'll increase your max health by 30,000, heal for 30,000, your attacks heal, and you constantly deal AoE damage while in this form. It's basically God mode for 20 seconds. As for my sets, the key thing you want to have on this build is Ring of the Pale Order. Almost 90% of your healing is going to come just from having this on there. I'm using very simple, just Mother's Sorrow, jewelry and weapons. Since I have the ring on, we're going to put a Mother's Sorrow shoulder. Your helmet needs to be a one-piece crit set. Slime Crawl would actually be the best in slot for that. This is just what I had on this character, so I'm going to use it. Now I'm going to be running False Gods. It's a very excellent arena set to use. Not only do you get Minor Slayer while you're inside, which increases your damage by 5%, you also recover Magicka each time you kill an enemy. So you'll have a lot of sustain while you're in there. This set is not needed. You could put any set here. You could run Medusa weapons and Mother Sorrow armor. You could run Scathing Mage, Burning Spellweave, really anything you have here, as long as it's a Magicka DPS set, you should be fine. As for food, I'm just going to be running the very simple Witch Mother's Potent Brew, which gives Magicka health and Magicka recovery. And as far as potions go, Essence of Spell Power is going to be your best choice, but those are kind of expensive and I don't normally run those in normal content. So I'm just going to be using your basic run-of-the-mill Essence of Magicka potions. Should be plenty to get you through. These are what my stats look like. I'm running with the Thief Mundus, puts my crit with Mage Light slotted, puts it at 69%. Spell damage is just under 3,000. It should be plenty for normal Maelstrom. A lot of what I'm going to be talking about in the video is mechanics and tips and tricks to make it a little bit easier. One of the things I notice that a lot of people do wrong is they panic, they get flustered, and they start running around, and then they die. Anytime you're in trouble in here, the absolute best thing to do is to just plant your feet and hold block. A lot of people don't know this, but you can actually block cast. And what I mean by that is you can right click and hold block and cast skills and never drop your block. So for example, on your back bar you have Hungry Scythe. You can hold block, you see the block symbol there. I'm casting my skill. My block has never dropped. So you can cast block, mitigate a bunch of damage, and heal at the same time. Let me just make sure we've got our food going. And let's get started. The first arena is really simple. There's no crazy mechanics in here. There are a couple of bigger adds, but they should die very quickly. After round 1, there's going to be a cloud that follows you around, and if you stand in it, you take damage. You don't even have to sprint, just your simple walking is faster than it. The one add, there's a clan fear that spawns. He's going to spawn right there, and I'll show you. They jump at you, so just hold block when you see it coming. Just like that. These bad guys, he has 12,000 health. These guys should die pretty quickly. Anytime there's corpses on the ground, use skill 5, use your necrotic potency. Whenever there's a group of bad guys, or a bigger add like that, make sure you cast your Wall of Elements, cast your Boneyard, and then just go to town on them. Obviously don't stand in fire or AoE damage. So now that round 1 is done, here's the cloud I was talking about. If you stand in it, you're going to take increasing damage, so just kite it the entire time. Remember that because you have Ring of the Pale Order, most of your healing comes from dealing damage. So as long as you're doing some damage, you'll be healing. Look out for their jump. Make sure you're casting light attacks in between each skill. So here we've got a bigger add. drop your Wall of Elements, drop your Boneyard. If you're in trouble, hold block and just cast Scythe. Don't forget you've also got on skill 1 Bone Armor, which gives you Major Resolve, that's 6,000 extra armor. Another thing that a lot of people forget to do, there are sigils, and they refresh every round, so you can use them often. You've got the Sigil of Defense, which increases your armor by a lot. You've got the Sigil of Healing, which gives you super health recovery and increases your healing done. You've got the Sigil of Haste, which increases your movement speed. And then you've got the Sigil of Power, which makes you really strong. So do not be afraid to use those. They refresh every round, so don't feel like you have to save it for the boss. If I use them right now, it will be refreshed at the start of the next round. A lot of what you need to do during the arena is identifying priority adds. So you've got a little guy, a bigger guy, and an archer. I always like to take out ranged enemies first, and then the big guys, and then worry about the smaller guys at the end. So this boss is very simple. Walk up to him, drop your Wall of Elements, drop your Boneyard. Here's the one mechanic, he creates a duplicate of himself. Always focus the duplicate when it's up. When it's not up, you can damage the boss. So he teleports, drop Wall, drop Boneyard, and then just go to town with light attacks and crushing shock. He spawns his duplicate. He only has like 10,000 health. He should die very quickly. And that's it. The only thing you have to do is when the duplicate comes, kill the duplicate. In between each arena, this guy right here, Tutor Reparius, can repair your gear. So get in the habit of just talking to him and repairing your gear in between arenas. So this is one that I see a lot of people freak out at, because they feel like these blades will kill them. On normal difficulty, these things do not do much damage, and I'll prove it to you. Watch, I'm going to stay inside of it. Look how long I can stay inside of it. Okay, so the best thing to do in this arena is to just pick a spot and stay there. There are also switches, there's one here and there's one on the other side that you can use to stop the blades for a little while, but you won't need to. Just pick a spot and don't even pay attention to the blades. These are some of the bigger adds, they're Centurions, nothing to freak out over, just cast your skills under them. As you can see, I'm paying no attention to the blades whatsoever. This middle area here is electrified. If you go into it, you take some damage and it will knock you back and stun you. Wherever I stand, I like to keep up my Wall of Elements and my Boneyard, and then just attack at range anything that doesn't come to you. And as you see, I'm not even using a lot of the skills on my bar like I could. You still got Mystic Siphon, which will restore Magicka and deal damage. I haven't cast my Blast Bones once, even though I should. And see, most of these smaller adds, even this This guy, he's only got 14,000 health. He's dead with one light attack, one crushing shock. He's dead. The biggest mistake I see people making here is trying to run around, trying to avoid the blades. Don't even worry about the blades. Blast bones to finish him off. Just hold your ground. Necrotic potency on corpses. See these things? They're not going to hurt you. So the boss here is actually 3 giant centurions. They have some shooting. They shoot lightning with some AoE. Just kind of dodge it. So walk up to the first one. Cast your wall. Cast your boneyard. And then alternate between blast bombs, light attacks, and crushing shot. Now after a while he's going to sit down. And now the next one is active. What I like to do is try to pull them all together. Sometimes they don't like to come. Here he comes. So I'll drop my wall, drop your boneyard. If you're in trouble with health, scythe your way through. You've also got skill 5 is your burst heal you can cast on yourself. And now these two are sitting. This back one is active. So just shoot him a few times. I like to try to get them to come. Of course, he's not going to cooperate this go. So just hold your ground. Don't freak out. If you're in trouble, even when they have their shields, if you cast Scythe, you can heal off of them. So just hold your ground. Keep up your wall of elements. Keep up your unnerving boneyard. And just in between, whichever one is active, light attack, crushing shot, throw some blast bones in there. You can do mystic siphon. Health is going down, just cast a few scythes, you'll be back up to full health. And I'm dragging this out a little bit so that you can kind of see how much damage you can take. Keep in mind, I am wearing all light armor, no heavy pieces of armor. This is 100% 7 pieces of light, no defensive sets. Don't forget to repair your gear. This is another arena where just hold your ground. Most of the ads in this arena are melee, so they will come to you. There are 3 islands. It doesn't matter which one, just pick an island and hang out on it. The surrounding water right now is safe to move in. There are times when it will be electrified. If you are going to island hop, just make sure that the water is not electrified when you do. Like I said, I like to move as little as possible, so this island right here is going to be my home. So, cast your wall of elements, cast your boneyard. That guy will die from just those 2 skills, so I'm going to focus on her. Soak up those corpses, keep your wall of elements. See, the water is electrified right now, so you'll take damage if you go in it. Keep up your boneyard. If you're in trouble, hold block, cast Scythe a couple times. Scythe also does damage, so it's not completely wasted. There are a few mini bosses. Here's one of them now. Don't freak out, okay? Just hold your ground, hold block, cast your wall, cast your boneyard. Let's drop our alt on him, maybe a blast bones, and he's dead. All these beautiful corpses to soak up, get some regen back. Now the one thing I do like to look out for are those guys over there, stranglers. They shoot poison at you. Doesn't hurt too bad, but if you can take them out safely, it's good to do so. And you should be able to reach them at the edge of your island. Don't stand in the poison. You have plenty of room on your island to move around. The snakes are nothing. Just keep up your two main area of effect skills, which is Wall of Elements and Boneyard, and you'll be golden. Here's another mini boss, I believe. No, maybe not. Oh, there she is. Again, don't freak out. Drop your wall, drop your Boneyard, cast some scythes if you're in trouble. Because of necrotic potency, our ult is already good to go. If the ads get, see, I'm not even blocking and I'm fine. If the ads get too much, focus them. She has that heavy attack that'll knock you back. That move right there can be interrupted. As long as you have crushing shock on your bar, that also interrupts, watch. See, you can interrupt her just with that skill. So as long as you're using your light attack crushing shock, you should be able to interrupt any skills that she casts. So my two AoEs will kill her. We'll cast a Blast Bones on him, shoot a light attack, and dead. Don't forget to keep, here's our second mini, nope, not yet. There's our second mini boss, the Queen. So again, just let her come to you. Don't freak out. Cast your wall, cast your Boneyard, interrupt any move that can be interrupted. If the ads are bothering you, couple hits and they're dead. Stay out of the poison she puts down. You have plenty of room to move around on your island. And she died just from my, I guess, my area of effect skills because I wasn't really attacking her. Final round, the boss is more of the same. Okay, just let her come to you. There will be ads that spawn. So, same as always, drop your wall, drop your Boneyard. If your ult is ready, drop your ult. Throw in some light attacks, crushing shocks. If the ads get to you, just kind of hold block and cast your scythe a couple times if you're low on health. If those guys are bothering you, just take them out. You can take most of the damage she throws at you. Easy peasy. Repair your gear. This arena is pretty simple. None of the ads are crazy. There is one thing I'd like you to look out for. No matter what you're doing, don't face the back wall. Try to always face inwards so that you can see when and where enemies are spawning in. The one thing I want you to look out for is the little dwarven balls, dwarven spheres, and I'm waiting, there he's one. Clockwork Sentry. They only have 6,000 health. They're going to travel to those paths. Then they're going to charge up. When they charge up, now look at his health bar. He's got a 100% shield on, and now he's shooting waves of lightning at you. So try to kill them before they even get to that point. A couple hits with light attacks should kill them. It's not the end of the world if they get to their station and charge up. See, so we've got ads, but I'm going to focus that little sentry. One light attack killed him. One light attack and a crushing shock will definitely kill them. This mini boss, nothing to be concerned about. He's got some fire AoE, just don't stand in it. Keep your wall of elements and your Boneyard over him. Keep an eye out for sentries that spawn. Because if you're over here fighting him, not paying attention, and you've got two sentries that are now shooting lightning waves at you, it can get a little hectic, so just kill them before they can do that. Even though the round is over, sentries can still spawn in between rounds, so just take them out. So those guys will shoot that wave of lightning at you. Doesn't do a whole lot of damage. It can also be interrupted, and as long as you're using Crushing Shock, you've got an on-demand interrupt without having to run up to them and bash them. So I've got a bunch of ads in here, but I'm going to focus this sentry first so I don't have to deal with him. There's our next mini boss. Nothing crazy, he's got some lightning attacks. Even though he's here, I'm going to focus this little guy right here. Don't want him to charge up. So over the boss, just keep your wall of elements and your boneyard on him. Light attack, Crushing Shock, throw out a blast bones. Keep an eye out for the sentries. Just make sentries your #1 priority. Always face the inner part of the arena so you can see. See, they die very quickly. The smaller ads will die just from the damage of your wall of elements and your unnerving boneyard. See, as long as you're using Crushing Shock, you'll be interrupting as they cast their spells. A lot of ads, don't freak out. Drop your wall, drop your boneyard. If you're low on health, do some scythe attacks. Always keep a lookout for sentries. Probably one spawning there, yep. This is our next mini boss. He's got a sword. He's going to heavy attack that you need to block or it'll send you flying. Doesn't do a lot of... See, watch, I won't block. Just sends you flying. In the meantime, still got to look out for sentries. Don't panic. Hold your ground. He's got a little fire area of effect. Just step out of it. You could definitely stay in it and heal your way through. Block those heavy attacks. The boss here is a giant Dwemer spider. He's got 2 phases. First phase is lightning, so there's a green space, and I'm getting shocked. If you stay close to him in the green space, you won't take any damage. Of course, there will be sentries, so when you don't have a sentry, just light attack, Crushing Shock, do some blast bones. After this, he's going to shoot fire. This is where you back away. He stands still here, so you can drop some of your area of effect skills on him. Keep an eye out for sentries, and also some of the spheres will spawn. There's a sentry over here. So now we're in the lightning phase again. If you're outside of it, and as you see, it's not that much damage, but just stay close to him, cast light attack, Crushing Shock, throw some blast bones in there, he'll be dead soon. Okay, so Ring 5, Rink of the Frozen Blood, is where a lot of people hit a wall, and a lot of people find it very difficult. If you can beat level 5, then you can clear the arena. there are some important things to take note of in here. First off, if you are not using Crushing Shock as your spammable, if you are using Ricochet Skull or anything else, now is the time to absolutely put Crushing Shock on your bar. You will definitely need a ranged interrupt here. The arena is made up of 3 islands and frozen water. The frozen water has a stacking tick damage, so it increases the longer you stay in it. The best thing to do, and a huge tip, is the island that you start on, that's your home. Just stay right here on this island. Don't move off this island. Throughout the entire arena, in the center there, trolls are going to spawn. They are going to run to a random island and start smashing that island. You don't want them to break it. Okay? It's a move that can be interrupted. As long as you have Crushing Shock, watch, I'm on the island, my Crushing Shock can reach him and stop him. 2 times, he's dead. So just stay on your island, let the ads come to you. Now, trolls are a priority. After trolls, focus those guys right there. They're called Huntsman Chillbane. Okay? So the troll's going to that island. Ignore this ad. Stop the troll from smashing. Just a Crushing Shock light attack should kill them. Just stay on your island. There's a Chillbane. Here's a archer. Move back a little bit. Let the Chillbane get closer to you. There are going to be times when a bunch of ads spawn. Don't panic. So here's first mini boss. Just let her come to you. Cast your wall. Cast your boneyard. Always, always, always be facing the center. Don't fight like this. You need to know when trolls are coming in. So trolls, stop her. Come over here. Crushing Shock. And just stay on your home island. And there's a reason for this when we fight the last boss. Okay, so we got a few ads and a troll spawning. Don't freak out. Hold block if you need to. Come over here. Stop the troll. On your island, just drop your wall, drop your boneyard. If your health is getting low, cast some scythes. More ads are spawning. Don't freak out. Identify who's who. So we've got ogres, we've got a Chillbane, and a troll. Troll's coming to us, so we can just bash him. You still need to kill it. Look, if you don't kill the troll, when he wakes up, he's going to go right back to smashing. So, kill the trolls, then the Chillbanes, because they're sitting there shooting frost balls at you. Block heavy attacks that come your way. This is going to be the next mini boss. He's an ogre. But we've got a troll. Always focus. Trolls are priority. He's got one move where he'll have an ice pillar come out at you. You just sidestep it. So get to him. There's the ice pillar. Just don't stand in it. Drop your wall of elements. Drop your boneyard. Interrupt anything that can be interrupted. If they come to your island, you can use Crushing Shock or just bash them. Now, a lot of ads spawning. Don't freak out. There's a Chillbane over there. Just hold your ground. Scythe your way through if you need to. We've got a troll coming and more, a lot more ads. Don't freak out. Troll's coming to us. Keep up your wall of elements. Whole lot going on here. Just scythe your way to full health. So we've got Archer, Atro, Chillbane, and a Wolf. I'm going to try to kill the Chillbane first. We've got a troll, but lots of adds. Don't freak out. Come to the edge, hold block, cast your crushing shock, then go back to dealing with the adds in front of you. Now, the main reason we're going to do an order of operations with the islands is because of the last boss. The last boss has a DPS check where you have to kill the last boss before she breaks the last island. But if you do the islands in a specific order, it becomes very trivial. So we've got big trolls here. Don't freak out. We got to take care of him over there. More adds coming in. Don't panic, just hold your ground. Identify who's who. Got a Chillbane over here. Anything on your island, keep up your wall of elements and your boneyard. I see a troll. Then deal with the mini-boss. And I'm going slow on purpose so that you guys can kind of see what's happening. Now, the last boss, everything in here is HP based. So everything happens based on her health. So do not panic during this fight. Do not over damage during this fight or you will stack up mechanics. Just take your time. Don't freak out. Drop your wall. Drop your boneyard. Anytime a troll comes, ignore the boss. Deal with the troll. Now, at 85%, this first ad will spawn right there. He's just a sword guy. Don't panic. Block his heavies. Now, at 70% HP, she's going to jump like that and break the island. This is when you need to haul butt to this island. Okay? Don't panic. Just deal with the ads. Now, on this island, you've got the Sigil of Healing. So if you need it, use it. If from running to this island, from that island to this island, you're low on health, pop this Sigil of Healing. Now you're back up to full health. So, once she gets to 40%, she's going to run to the last island. But if you did the islands correctly, over on that island you've got the sigil, the shield sigil, and the power sigil. So you can have super armor and super strength for a short period of time. So let's just bring her down to 40. And then we're going to run to the last island. Okay, she's doing her jump. Just run. As soon as you get here, take the Sigil of Defense, run over here, take the Sigil of Power, and just, this is a DPS check. You have to kill her before she breaks this thing. Ignore everything except trolls. So give everything you've got to the boss. Drop your ults, drop your wall of elements. Easy peasy. So the main takeaways are, when you come into the arena, stay on the island that you first step onto. Just stay right here. As long as you have Crushing Shock, you can reach both islands and kill trolls. Stay on the island. Cast Scythe if you need to. Your ad priority is trolls, and then Chillbanes, and then everything else. During the last boss, go slow. Bring her down bit by bit. At 70% health, she's going to break this island. Just anticipate it and just run to this island. If you took too long in the water, the Sigil of Healing will be right here. You can snag it. Bring her down some more. One ad will spawn there, and a couple of the flying ones will spawn there. Just deal with them. At 40% HP, she's going to come to this island. Grab your shield sigil, grab your power sigil, and then just go ham on the boss. The only time you don't attack the boss is if you need to deal with a troll. Make sure you repair your gear. And as you see, the water here does a stacking damage. So first it's 500, then 1,000, then 1,600, then 22. So the longer you stay in the water, it's doing more and more damage to you. So it's best to just pick an island and stay on it. This arena has some interesting mechanics. On normal, 99% of the mechanics can just completely be ignored. I'll still kind of explain them, but for the most part, just kill all the ads. So around the arena are obelisks. I believe there's a total of 5. 4 around the edge and 1 in the middle. Okay. This one is clear. This one is covered in spider webs. These guys, when they explode, they clear the spider webs. If you kill them when they're not next to it, they will drop a venom grenade. You can pick up the venom grenade, throw it at an obelisk, and clear it. When all of the obelisks are cleared of spider webs, this happens and it creates an arena-wide stun. So all the bad guys in here are now stunned for like 6 seconds, and you can just unload on them. I don't want you to go out of your way to try to clear up obelisks. Okay, if there's downtime and you want to, go for it. One of the obelisks, I think in normal, no matter what, one of the obelisks will always be glowing yellow, and I'll explain that in a moment. So just kill ads as they come. Again, if there's nothing going on and you want to take out the Horrivores and throw the venom grenade, go for it. But for the most part, just focus on staying alive, clearing the ads. So you see down below it says, a swarm attacks, seek a resonating obelisk. These little spiders will attack you. If you come into the light, you see them run away? They can't come into the light. Light went away, just go to the next one. And as you see, they don't last long. In all actuality, you could probably just stand there and scythe your way, and it wouldn't kill you. I missed. So I've unlocked all the obelisks. We've got an area-wide stun. Again, you could just ignore that. Just kill the bad guys as they go. Anything big, drop your wall, drop your boneyard, block heavy attacks. So it says a swarm attacks at this point. Find the glowing obelisk and go to it. See, they can't enter the light. And even if, well, they went away now, but now throughout there will be a spider. See the spider, he comes up and he's covering it back up. Again, don't really need to worry about it. You can clear this whole thing without clearing one obelisk. It's fine. So here's our second mini-boss. He's got some lightning. His lightning is very easy to dodge. He's got a heavy attack. Anything that can be interrupted, try to interrupt it. He's got a Magicka bubble, so you can't cast Magicka. We've got the swarm coming. Main thing, don't panic. Just go to where you need to be. Keep up your wall. Keep up your boneyard. He'll be dead before you know it. Oh, there is no one glowing. But see, you can just scythe your way to full health. They won't kill you. Not on normal. Here's the next mini boss. Nothing to be afraid of. He's got a heavy attack. Don't stand in the big cone. Block heavy attacks. Use your light attacks and crushing shock. So we've got 2 lurchers and a swarm attack coming. Don't freak out, just find the one that's glowing, go to it, drop your wall, drop your boneyard, hold block, cast some scythes if you're low on health. If you can keep things in your wall of elements and your boneyard, it's going to do a lot of the damage for you. The boss here is nothing scary, just a giant spider, Daedra. Interrupt anything that can be interrupted. As long as you've got crushing shock, that's your interrupt. So, keep your wall of elements down, keep your boneyard. This is the person you need to look out for. Okay, it's her little buddy. Just kill whenever you see the smaller version of herself. Try to prioritize it. So we've got a swarm coming. Nothing is glowing. No biggie. Don't panic. Just scythe your way through. Now we've got a glowing one. Okay, keep your wall of elements and boneyard under the boss. Cast blast bones. Light attack, crushing shock. So now we've got a lurcher. Don't panic. And we've got one of her spider Daedras. Don't panic. Just take them out one at a time. Dodge the lightning. It says we have a swarm coming. If you need to, just hold block. And scythe your way to full health. Blocking can mitigate a lot of the damage in this game, so don't forget to block. This is another arena that a lot of people have trouble with. A lot of people run around a lot, and this is one arena that you do not want to run around a lot. Okay, so basic layout is there's poison blossoms all over the place. There's 2 sides to the arena. There is a pool here, a platform, and a platform. On the other side of the arena, there is a pool, a platform, and a platform. Throughout the arena, there are these poison blossoms. If you bump into one, now you're afflicted with volatile poison. You have to run to a pool to get rid of it. Okay? Since there are only 2 pools, you can only get poisoned each round twice. If you get poisoned 3 times in one round, you're gonna die. The pools, so I already used this pool cannot heal me again. So if I get poisoned again, I have to go to this pool. The pools refresh at the start of each round. So, the easiest thing to do is to just stay in the middle. This is the next very important thing. On these platforms, a venom caller will spawn. Okay? You need to keep an eye out for the venom callers and kill them as soon as possible. Okay, so if you just hang out in the middle, You are close to both pools, and you are close to the platforms on either side. During the entire arena, keep your head on a swivel. Check the corner. Platform here, platform there. Okay, there's a Venom Caller. As soon as you see them, they only have 6,000 health on normal. Shouldn't be hard to take out. The archers do have a take aim move that you don't want to get hit with. So just make sure you focus archers first when they're up. Always keep an eye out for the Venom Callers. So we've got some, there's a Venom Caller. Just kill it immediately. Be mindful of the blossoms. The trolls throw some rocks at you, it's nothing serious. If you get in trouble, as always, scythe your way through. There's a Venom Caller. Kill her quickly. At 6,000 health, one light attack followed by a crushing shock will 100% kill her, if a light attack doesn't kill her outright. So, as always, identify, you got ads spawning in, identify what's coming up, just some Nyx Hounds. I don't see any Venom Callers. Got more coming in, there's the Venom Caller. Followed by some melee guys, nothing serious. Got an archer there, archer there. Something else spawning in, I think that's our first mini boss. Okay, he's a giant Wamasu, but there's a Venom Caller. Make sure you focus them. If you get poisoned, don't freak out, just run to a pool. He's got some lightning moves. Just Ball of Elements, Boneyard, and then your spammables. Blast Bones, Light Attack, Crushing Shot. And he'll be dead before you know it. I'm not paying attention, and there's a Venom Caller. So we've got two melee and an archer. I always try to kill ranged enemies first before melee guys. So we've got melee, archer, melee. We'll take him out first. And again, I'm not paying attention. There's a Venom Caller. If you see a Venom Caller, don't freak out and just beeline to them, okay? Because you might run into a Blossom. As soon as they come into the arena, they're going to make all the blossoms that are already in the arena pop, and then they'll continually grow blossoms that will explode. So just, like, watch. Okay, just see where you need to dodge, work your way to her. The trolls are nothing, just keep your Wall of Elements and Boneyard under them. If you need to, hold block, cast some scythes, and look around. Now, as a Magicka character, you don't have a humongous stamina pool, so you can't just block forever. But you should have enough to do what you need to do in here. Okay, so one very important mechanic on the final boss in this round. He is gonna spawn, besides having to keep a lookout for the Venom Callers, two mages are gonna spawn in. Here they come. There's one there and one there. What you want to do is kill just one, okay? Then go to the other one and stay in the blue shield, okay? Don't do anything, just stand in the blue shield. The boss is screaming right now. If you were to crushing shock him, don't interrupt him when he's screaming, because then he will enrage. So just stand in the blue shield and then kill the other mage after. And that's really it. That's all you need to do. When you see the two mages, kill one mage, and then just go to the other mage and wait. And the whole time, keep a lookout for the venom crawlers. Keep Wall of Elements and Boneyard under him. Alright, here's the second part with the mages. So, doesn't matter which one, just pick one, kill it. Then just walk over to the other one. He's going to put up a field. You don't have to worry about venom crawlers during the screaming phase because his screaming kills the venom crawlers. Okay, screaming is done. Just kill that one. Boss is almost dead. And that's it. Nothing too difficult. If you kill both of the mages, now you're going to be taking constant damage while the boss is screaming. You can try to scythe your way through it and burst heal your way through it, but try not to kill both of them. Just pick one, kill it, and then just hang out at the other one till the screaming stops. This is a very easy arena. There are some minor mechanics in here, but nothing crazy. You can't stand in one spot too long because fireballs will shoot at you. So first thing you notice, there are these altar stones. They are all broken up right now. There's 3 of them. They're going to come into play in a second. So we're always going to have these guys. They're two-handers. They have a heavy attack that will knock you back if you don't block it like this. So if you see it, just block it. I always kill them last. There's one other ad in here that you need to pay attention for. He's like a fire mage, that guy right there. So there's a healer, two-hander. That's the move you want to stop. If you have crushing shock, that's your interrupt. You can stop him from doing it. So always kill the fireball mages first. So we've just got one melee guy. Block is heavy when you see it coming. Okay, so here's where the altars come in place. So we've got this Infernal Destroyer. If you try to attack him, you see no damage. Altar is broken, but this altar is now solid. So in order to damage him, you need to kill this altar. Break it up. Before you break it up, make sure that there's no other adds in here. So break it, and then just attack him. He's got some moves like that that causes some knockback. It's nothing serious. And just take him out. So we've got ads spawning in all over the place. Just identify. So there's your fireball mage and some beetles. Fireball mage is going to be priority. And then take out the beetles. Again, if you're in trouble, just scythe your way to full health. So we've got more ads. We've got a beetle, we've got a healer, and a healer. So nothing too priority here. Just kill whoever you want. Okay, bunch more ads. So here we go. We've got him that's immune. There's our stone that needs to be broken, but before you break it, take out the ads so that when this is broken, you can just focus him and not have to be worrying about these other guys. So they are, and you can see he doesn't do that much damage to you. You see, I'm still over 20,000 health, still got 18,000 health. So destroy it, wall, unstable or unnerving boneyard, and then just go to town. Nothing too serious. Okay, so as usual, identify who's who. We've got a healer, a two-hander, and another healer. Doesn't really matter who you kill first, they'll just take out the healers. Okay, we've got a group of adds coming in. We've got one healer and two sword guys. They'll probably alternate heavy attacks, so if you want to kill them first. Okay, here comes the first, another one of the destroyers. So we've got the destroyer, we got beetle, and there's our fireball guy. So crushing shock him to stop the fireballs. Before we break the stone, let's get rid of that beetle. So now that there's no adds, break the stone and kill the destroyer. Okay, lots of things spawning in. Do some identifying. We've got one fireball mage. We've got two fireball mages. Okay, getting low on health, don't panic. If you're next to them, just bash them to get them to stop. If you're not next to them, crushing shock them and kill them first. And as you can see, I'm taking a lot of hits here, and I'm fine. In full light armor gear. Okay, we've got a stone. So this is your first mini boss. Okay, she just got Dragon Knight skills. Nothing serious. Before you break the thing over there to damage her though, take out the side adds. If you're in trouble, cast your burst heal or scythe. She has a Dragon Knight standard that she gets a little bit stronger and you take damage, so don't stand in it. Okay, that's done. Cast Wall of Elements, Boneyard, drop our alt for fun. Some blast bones, light attack, crushing shock. She should be dead. If you don't kill her in time, one of the stones will solidify again, and you just do the same thing. Just clear any adds before breaking the stone so that you can just focus on her. Now, this boss is the last boss here. Very, very easy. You see how slow she moves? Okay, now all three stones are solid. So, I'm not even sprinting, just walking. She can't keep up. So, break one stone, leave her in the dust, break the other stone. So now there's only one stone left, but before we kill her, take care of any adds. Okay, all the adds are gone. So break the last stone. Now she can take damage. Wall of Elements, Boneyard. After your Blast Bones hits, you can cast Mystic Siphon for some more damage. Now see, I didn't kill her in time. All the stones formed back, and now she's got Flame Walls. So I took the full hit there, only did about 2,500 damage total. If she chains you in, don't panic. See, I'm not even blocking these. Do the same thing. Got an ad coming in. Take care of the ad. Always breaks two stones. Go to the last one and have a look around. You can block the fire that's coming in. So before I fight her, even though she's almost dead, let's just take out these ads. Okay. Now she's ready to die. So just break the last stone and kill her. Okay, so now we're going into the Theater of Despair. It is the final arena in here. Okay, so a couple things I want you to take note of. There's a bottom arena and there is a top ring as well. The top ring is going to come into play during the final boss. Behind us is a moat of lava. Don't hang out on the outer edge, because if you stay up here, then fireballs will shoot out of there towards you. So just kind of hang out towards the middle. Okay. Another thing to note, there are ghosts flying around. If you bump into a ghost, it does some damage and it slows you down. And there are gold ghosts. Okay, try to collect the gold ghosts. If you collect 3 gold ghosts, you can purge them and it does another arena-wide stun. Now, if you don't grab a ghost, the ghost is going to go to the bad guy, and see, now the bad guy absorbed the ghost. Makes him a little bit stronger. They're still going to be easy to kill, but if you can, try to grab the gold ghosts. So just deal with the adds as they come. Okay, these guys, don't panic. They're going to breathe fire on you. Look, I'm not blocking. I'm in full light armor. You can take the hit. And just kill them. Don't forget, you also got sigils. If you need your sigils, use them. So just kill the adds as they come. Keep an eye out for yellow ghosts that you can absorb. Alright, so here's our third one. Now you can see if I use the synergy, it says use spectral explosion. So let's go ahead and use it. You explode, and everything in the arena is stunned. I think it's a 6-second stun. Gives you time to just unload on them. The Ogrims are nothing fancy. They shoot some fireballs at you. Round 3 is more of the same. Round 4 is going to introduce one thing that you need to keep an eye out for, but we'll talk about it when it happens. So just kill the adds as they come. Okay, first mini boss. Let's grab the ghost so he doesn't get it. So just drop your wall. If you can't roll out of this, just block it. Just keep up your damage. Blast bones, light attack, crushing shock. So now we have spectral explosion ready. Let's go ahead and use it. Killed him outright. Okay, just focus the adds as they come. Don't panic. There's a gold ghost. Don't freak out if you can't get the gold ghost safely, then don't worry about it. It's not the end of the world if a bad guy gets it. Okay, round 4. There's always going to be 3. 1, 2, and on the edge, she is going to slowly walk from the edge down to this center, and she's going to start casting a spell. Don't let her finish casting the spell. So, each time the adds spawn, we're going to have 1, 2, and there's her on the edge. Ignore the gold ghost. It's more important to kill her. Kill her, and then focus the other 2 adds. The last, so here's 1, 2, and there she is up there. Just ignore these guys, they're not going to kill you. Kill her, and then focus on them. Okay, we have explosion ready. Just use it anytime it's available to you. Now the final round, we're going to have 2. Look, there's 1 up there. Nope, that's the Ogre. There's 1 up there, and 1 up there. So now at the last round of this, you have 2 to kill. And you have, like, if you look, you have time to kill them before they finish their spell. The Ogrims just shoot fireballs, just sidestep them. Round 5 has another mini boss. He's going to fly in from the top. There he is. So, looks big and scary. Don't freak out. If you want to, position yourself in between the Sigil of Defense and the Sigil of Power so you have them if you need them. Don't be afraid to use them. There are going to be adds that spawn in with him. Again, block the waves of fire. Don't be afraid to use your sigils. I would wait for the adds to spawn before you pop the Sigil of Defense. So see, look, we've got 3 adds. Don't panic. Grab the Sigil of Defense. Finish off the big boss. Ignore the ghosts. Just focus him. Once he's dead, focus the smaller adds. If you want to try to kill him quicker, you can grab the Sigil of Power here. Okay, so the last boss, there's a couple things you need to pay attention to. He has one move where he'll pull his staff back and throw a skull at you. You need to dodge roll the skull. I'll show you what it looks like. I'm going to stand here and wait. There it is. He draws his skull back, dodge roll it. If you don't dodge roll it, it just knocks you back. Now, this is where you need Crushing Shock. He's going to teleport and shoot skulls continually at you. Crushing Shock or Bash interrupt him. See, if you don't dodge the skull, it knocks you back. Okay, as the adds come, just deal with them. When there's no adds, see, here comes the... Oh, he's going to disappear in a minute. So just keep damaging him. Eventually he's going to disappear and go up top. Okay, so now he's going up top. So this is where a lot of people mess up. So now he's up there. The main purpose of going up top is there are 3 Animus crystals. There's one there, and one there. Your goal is to destroy all 3 of the crystals. What I see most people mess up on is trying to destroy all 3 crystals immediately, and they have a hard time. The whole time you're up there, you also take damage. So to get up there, there's these 3 lit up pads along the edge, and a ghost Clanfear. Bring him close to one of the pads and kill him. Now, when you go up top, within the first 5 seconds, the boss is going to shoot a skull at you. You have to dodge roll it or you're going to get knocked off into the lava. So let me show you. We're going to go up top, just wait, here it comes, dodge roll. Okay, now just destroy 1 crystal. Don't try to rush it. Kill 1 crystal, then voluntarily jump back down. Restore your health, restore your magicka, take a breather. Here's the other Clanfear. Bring him to a portal. Kill him. He has to die close to this thing. You can't kill him like way over here. So, we're going to use the portal. Get ready for the skull. It's coming. Here it is. Dodge roll it. Kill the 2nd crystal. Okay, now voluntarily jump back down, take a breather, relax, let the Clanfear come to you, heal yourself with your burst heal if you need. So now when we go up, there's only 1 crystal left. After you destroy the last crystal, wait for the skull, here it comes. After you destroy the last crystal, he's going to force you off the back side of the ring into the lava. It's okay, you have time, just quickly get out. Now,
here's a new mechanic. Interrupt that when it needs to be interrupted. Those ladies right here are now present. They're going to start their walk from here toward the center. You need to kill them before they get down here. If he absorbs a ghost, it's fine. It's not the end of the world. So while you're fighting him, you need to keep a lookout for the ladies that spawn. This is a good time to just soak up some of the sigils. Interrupt that move. See, he's going to absorb a ghost. It's fine. It's not a big deal. If you can't dodge a skull, not a big deal. Kill adds as they come in. Don't panic. See, we've got Spectral Explosion ready. Just go ahead and pop it. Now, even though everything is stunned, and he's stunned, you still need to take care of the ladies first. Okay, interrupt that move. If you're next to him, just bash him. If not, use Crushing Shock. There's a lady. He's almost dead. Still take care of the ads. Okay. And again, see, he absorbed a ghost. It's not the end of the world. Okay? It's no problem. Now, he's so close to death. Okay? But there's a lady. Just take care of the lady. And before you know it, he's dead, and you've cleared the arena on normal. At the end, you'll get the Chest of Champions. This is where the Maelstrom weapons come from. I got the Maelstrom Lightning Staff. And then there's a portal to go out. And that's it. If you have any questions, please let me know.